Hello, everyone. Just want to say a few words about the idea of week 4 of our class. We're reading Michael Davis's Is Engineering a Profession Everywhere? I find this a difficult text to nail down in terms of what exactly he's trying to do. So I can't give you a real capsule main idea, I think, but I can tell you why I think it's valuable to read it. Obviously, we are still looking into the notion of a profession, and we're hopefully looking closer at the idea of engineering as a profession. Um, the I think the value in Davis's essay is, first of all, to see that there are different ways of approaching the idea of conceptualizing or defining a profession. He talks about these uh, economic, anthropological, sociological approaches, all of which I think you can say that he rejects in favor of what he calls his philosophic Socratic approach. Now, I don't know how much importance I would lay on that, calling it Socratic or even calling it philosophical. I think the main idea of what he's getting at is not really reached until we get to the point where he actually defines a profession himself, and that's on page 8. A profession is a number of individuals in the same occupation voluntarily organized to earn a living by openly serving a moral ideal in a morally permissible way beyond what law, market, morality, and public opinion would otherwise require. It's a mouthful, but we'll have time to talk about it. But I think what's important there is that, really, like Singhart, Davis has got a essentially moral definition of what a profession is. That is, I think that we would all agree that for something to be called a profession, a certain amount of education would be necessary. Um, for something to be called a profession, perhaps the work of the profession would need to be important in a serious way to the public welfare and private welfare. But that's not the essence of the definition. The essence of the definition is the idea of the is a moral aspect of it. The moral ideal, which should be should be reminiscent of Sieghart's idea of what does he call it? Does he call it a moral ideal? No, he calls it a noble cause. The Sieghart's idea of the noble cause, and also the going beyond what law, market, morality, and public opinion will those require, is very reminiscent of Sieghart's idea of altruism. But it's laid out here in a more systematic way, and in a slightly different way. Davis has different ideas, I guess, than Sieghart. But I guess the main idea here is that we have a definition of what a profession is, and it's essentially a moral one. I mean, there's more to be said, but I guess that's the big idea.